teens are taking a close look into the MySpace trend.
Hey, baby.
Hey, what's up?
And even worry about the risk. So a group of local teenagers put together a documentary film to explain why it's important to them. Nicole Garcia joins us live now in the studio with their story. Nicole?
Well, Monty, you would be considered old school if you still ask people for their phone numbers, because instead of calling people on the phone, the next generation is posting messages on MySpace. So the question everybody's asking now is not what's your number, but what's your MySpace? And you're not alone if you still don't get it.
Everybody seems to use it, and it seems to be just this general advertising, here is my life. I mean, how much does a 17-year-old have to post?
And that's why a group of local teenagers created this documentary. They spent 4 months researching what role MySpace plays in their lives. And through the short film, they hope more people will come to understand them.
It's for teens who want to connect with each other than, the phone, because sometimes you can't get a hold of people because they're on the internet anyways.
Some even argue MySpace empowers teens by letting them fill their pages with pictures, icons, songs, and messages, all displaying their personalities. It's a place where many teens say they feel loved, and some would rather meet people on MySpace than in real life.
In MySpace, you might get to know a person more than you might in real life, because you'll actually get to see what they like. And it will be faster to get to know them on MySpace than in real life, because you have to sit there and ask them a lot of questions to know most of the things you know on MySpace.
But the project wasn't just all fun for these amateur producers. Working with the Sunnyside Regional Library, the students got first-hand experience in filmmaking.
So this was a good chance for them to really, take on a project that they wouldn't have had the chance to do and really develop their leadership skills.
And for many in the audience, the experience was also educational for them.
I was always that's a teen thing. I didn't realize how many people used it, so now I'm a little bit more curious about it and would try it myself.
And the documentary project is part of the California Council for the Humanities campaign called How I See It, and it encourages young people to share what they care about in their lives using their own words. Live in the studio, Nicole Garcia, KMPH News.
All right, thanks, Nicole. Well, several Fresno State students are getting more than just class credit. Station.
It's the trend that has taken the internet by storm, but MySpace has also become a hunting ground for sexual predators. Tonight on KC24 News at 11, how one group of students is helping parents protect their kids. Good evening, I'm John Brent.
And I'm Jennifer Price. Thank you for joining us. Stephanie and Rich have the night off. Well, chances are if you don't have a MySpace account, one of your kids probably do. According to the MySpace.com, more than 100 million people have accounts on the social networking site. 230,000 are signing up every day, and 23% of those are 17 or younger, making it a target-rich environment for sexual predators. And Alex Delgado has more on how a local group of students are telling them how to keep safe.
That's right, by informing them, Jen. The California Council for Humanities sponsored this project as part of a statewide youth campaign. They gave the students $2,500 to educate the public on youth culture. The teenagers chose to focus on MySpace, which, by the way, gets more traffic daily than Google does.
This video documentary, produced by the Sunnyside Regional Library Teen Council, is intended to address some of the mystery surrounding the ever-so-popular MySpace.
A lot of teenagers are so comfortable online in so many ways, and it's a great sort of intergenerational issue.
Most of my friends have a MySpace, so I get in touch with them like that, and I get to make new friends. And I also get to express myself through MySpace.
Angel Madera says the goal of the documentary is to close the gap between the teenagers and their parents.
We were trying to educate them that it's a safe place to be, and they shouldn't be worried as much as the news make it sound like. They make it sound like really bad, like if you go on there you're going to be harassed. It's not like that.
But parents like Roberta Williams say there is concern over who their kids communicate with, especially with the dangers of sexual predators.
I had wanted to sort of look at what my younger daughter was doing anyways, because you hear about all the bad stuff on the news.
But students say there are ways to keep yourself safe by keeping your profile private and not putting personal information.
There's a little system on MySpace that kids can put the names, the MySpace profiles on private, so only people that know them can be added as a friend.
In fact, MySpace.com announced it will start cross-checking members' profiles for registered sex offenders. Using new technology, the website will look for names and physical descriptions matching convicted sex offenders and delete their profiles.
Who's this here? Okay, that's Nicole Richie.
After the video, a panel of educators, parents, and teenagers answered questions from the crowd. William says she walked away feeling her fears were addressed.
I found out that MySpace, the people at MySpace, they go through and they look for bad content and they delete it, which is good.
There are 250,000 accounts created every day on MySpace. About 12% of MySpace visitors in October alone were under 18. So experts say parental supervision is still the best way to keep your kids safe.
Absolutely, great advice.
Thank you, Alex, so much. On to weather now, and it looks like